Sage does not work, by the way. Does not work. All right, so what you do is you go in and you get 4 glasses, glasses or tumblers like this is fine. Excuse me. You're not going to be drinking it, by the way. Go get sea salt, not iodinized salt. I want you to get sea salt, not regular salt. And then what you do is take 2 tablespoons of sea salt and you put it in each of the 4. But as you're putting it in and dissolving it, I want you to say a prayer or say, please protect my house and everything in it, and me, please protect everybody in it, and just do whatever you want to say in it, okay? And then, you know, we'll stir it. And then I want you to, after you do that, take all 4 and you put it in the 4 extreme corners of your place. Yours is a bit weird.
It is weird.
See, I told you. And yours too, it's not exactly square, is it? It's kind of weird, wonky, as we call it in England. So anyway, basically the 4 extreme corners. Now if you've got a 2 level, put it on 1 level. It doesn't matter which level, but 4. But this is the trick, and this is what you have to be careful about. You have to make sure, because of the activity, especially in the activity, you need to put something heavy against it, obviously. Something heavy in the corner of it, so it can't get tipped over. Trust me, if you've got activity, they'll tip it over because they know exactly what that's going to do. And it's one of your guides or something, they won't go, they'll be fine. This is for negative spirits. Okay, not poltergeists, but yeah, they'll go too, because I've heard so many people, you don't want to hear some of the stories that scare the hell out of you. What they could do. But if you do that, it'll literally take, and it'll clear your house anyway, even if you don't want to, okay? So make sure it's with something against it. But the other thing is, very importantly, I want you to make sure you do it for a minimum. You know, it takes 21 days to change a habit or create a habit, right? But this one, do minimum 30, but if you can do 60, it'll clear everything. You
need the same
90.
glass with the same
yes.
salt.
Every time it gets low, about this half, refill it with a more.
You mean leave the glasses there for 30 days?
Yeah.
Just 60 days?
Yeah. So what I would do is, if you had to refill it, leave it there, but go and get another container and then put the, the salt in, and then fill it that way. Do not remove it. My friend, who's an old friend of mine, and she's never had a problem, and suddenly she's saying, I keep on seeing this, and the cat's freaking out, and then they know, they can see spirits. And there's somebody closing the door all the time in that room, so, and when she tried, they spilled it. I said, how many times did I tell you, Jack, put something against it? So she did, and she moved it. One of the workmen who's doing some work moved it. They came back. So, if you don't give it a good 30 to 60 days, for you two, who are, 3 really, all of you having activity, try and make sure your sons don't go into it because they'll think it's a game. But basically, for 90 days, if you do it for 3 months, you've got rid of them. They love children, and especially yours, because they're energy children. They draw energy. They're like vampires. That's why they're coming to you. But if you can do it minimum 30 days, I would strongly recommend, if you do have activity, 90 days.
Is it like, it's all electrical stuff that's going on, like with my pool and all this stuff is going wrong.
Computers can crash. Computers are crashing. All kinds of things. But I really feel that you do have a negative spirit. It's not a brand new house.
So
there's something that was built on before, and that's where it's coming from.
I thought to do all of it. It's to do with water.
Water, see, electrical, water, or whatever it is, all kinds of things. They move furniture. They've been moving crystals all over the place in our place. So anyway, for your water, so what you need to do is to make sure that salt is there. Make 3 tablespoons there. So it's more dense with salt. Okay, denser with salt. But they will turn it down. They will upturn it. But it has to be in the 4 extreme corners.
does it have to be on the ground? Because I have 2 labs that will get into it.
Well, what you do is put something and block it from the labs getting into it. A screen or a plant or something in front. And the labs will know not to touch it eventually, because they see it. One lab's very, very sensitive. right? See? I see. They know that they're in. I told you I can see everything. So it is. It's very, very. The other one is just a bit dopey.
Oh,
dopey in the sweetest sense, you know? You're just kind of hugging and loving, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that true? I'm not being mean. I'm just saying, dopey, and you just want to. Oh my gosh, he's so. The eyes were just. My brother has it all. Oh my God. He's trained this one, Max, to. Every time he needs to go number 1 or number 2, he goes to the door and rings the bell.
Oh my God.
He was in the Air Force. He trains him to do everything. Holds his own lead when he goes for a walk.
So it does have to be on the ground.
Yeah, well, because otherwise you're letting in. You're not.
Oh,
okay. You see what I mean?
Because one of the far corners is right where Dopey eats. And Dopey will leave it alone.
Yeah, Dopey.
Yeah.
Oh, he is. It's just, isn't that, I mean, it sounds all Dopey in the nice cartoon Pluto way.
He's like a Marmaduke.
Yeah, exactly. Just big and
cute.
floppy kind of thing.
He's a little very limp.
But am I right?
Yes.
Totally can't. Okay. So yeah, no, it is just we'll talk about it later, but basically that is, those are the key things that I gave you, those colors I tell you. And if you don't like a color, replace it. If you don't feel there are other colors or a range of like a deeper orange to a lighter orange, put in what you feel. Remember, even though I brought them in, it's an introduction to everything. We went through, in this class, far more, actually twice as more stuff than I usually do. So does this help with your children?
Yes.
You're going to find, and practice it. If you don't practice it, you're going to forget it. And in dangerous situations, even when you go out, and what I do is actually, it's called a basic CD. I've got several CDs, and one is the healer, and one is the CD basic, and one is something else. So basically what I do is I do this exercise with the lights coming down. Who like those, by the way? I feel really relaxed. Yeah.